Guys, so I'm back with another shorter video. Here I have my little... Okay, give me a second, let me go into a private server. There we go. So it's kind of based on a few different planes. I don't really know how to center a tail yet. So, yeah. So we'll walk around. So we have these two bigger engines with some wheels. We got full motion elevators. And we got these kind of off-centered, like using some hinges with a distance sensor. I was able to make these these angled vertical stabilizers, which looks pretty cool. So can take off from a normal runway without having to go to the edge, but it has a lot of bomb power. So if I can just line it up with something, I can show you it. Not too much, but let me just turn this way so I can. So it's got quite the firepower. Then it's got 4 of these nose-mounted Gatling guns, and then a laser inside the nose. I kind of built this way before I knew how to build piston glitches, so that's why a lot of this stuff was like really basic. Like a lot of the guns, I had to make room inside the nose for it, but I would just be able to use a piston glitch to do that now. But before this, I really had no idea how to do piston glitches, but now I do. So yeah, here's this plane, and then I'll show a second one, which is still in some experimentalness, but it's a brand new bomber, which I don't know if you recognize some of the pieces, but some of the pieces are from my old jet. So most of the coloring, these wings are new, but these 4 engines are from it. These horizontal stabilizers are a bit edited, but are also from it, and the nose is also from it. So this one has a bit more bombs, but it definitely still needs a lot more work than my other one, because like it's still a little bit wonky when it flies, but other than that, it's pretty good so far. It has a slight, like, pretty unnoticeable nose pitch up every once in a while. Other than that, it's a pretty good bomber. Some of the nose wheels are original from the other bomber I showed you, except these ones I extended up the front landing gear to allow for it to create some more lift, which would happen in real life. Possibly not. But that was a bit hard. Probably not in trail makers, but in real life it would. So this is not the one I put. So I also have been building this one, which is a new one for me. It also uses the front nose of one of the bomber, but it has a piston glitch minigun and the original gun, and then it uses 2 of the engines and 2 of the back landing gear, and that's it. This is a version that got an air brake that can go up. Flaps that are pretty extreme flaps, but with any luck, it can take off the top. Then you can put in the flaps, and it flies pretty good. You can extend the air brake. You can use its yaw. It's more of a ground attack plane, but there's another one I have that's a heavier fighter type plane. But yeah. So we'll see if I can land this. I'm not great at landing these less with the landing gear in the back way shorter, and this one's also very unstable. So put down the flaps. Maybe I'll decrease the flaps degrees. Actually, these flaps are without. Yeah, the flaps. Flaps slow me down a little. Okay, yeah. Alright, well, we're gonna go on to one more, which is basically the same thing as that, but it is slightly different. If I could find it. It's in history. Might have gotten deleted. I'm not sure, but I had another version of this without all these rockets, and it had wing sweep. So yeah, and then I could show you this new one. It also uses some of the old ones. I still have to work on the back, but this uses some parts from another plane. So it's still a bit in the making. Very bad turn time. It's kind of my first Delta Wing plane that works, at least. It's very chubby, so I do need to up its turn time a little bit. As you can see, it does that, but it's extremely unresponsive with the gear now. But, it's pretty good plane. I guess I can also make this into a longer video. I can show some of my other planes. So this is the one where the canards came from in the front half of the plane. So it's very hard to take off because the back stabilizer goes underneath to keep it straight up. It's more unstable in the air, but it's kind of F-104 mixed with like some other planes. It doesn't have like any lift, so it has a tendency to drop. One of the harder planes for me to fly, and I don't even think I can land it, but because the low speed, it just kind of does that at low speeds. So don't know if it's gonna work. I still also have a VTOL that's in heavy, like, I have to probably redo it with like all the engine placement and stuff because it's very underpowered. But okay, yeah, that's better than I thought it would happen. But I have, if I can find it here, I have a little like strike plane, which I haven't put too much armament on yet. But yeah, it flies. Not the best, but it definitely flies. So it's got two nose-mounted cannons that shoot pretty nice, and looks like I had some rockets on there at some point, but I must have taken them off. And then, yeah, it's not great at low speed maneuverability. It has a very big yaw issue, which I do need to figure out. I'm also hoping that on my next jet, I can like add a more better landing gear system than just disconnecting it. That was very hard, but I do hope that I can get a better landing gear system, kind of like this thing, which was a more experimental plane. Well, it's one over the complex one. Damn. Alright. So, G is landing gear. 1 is this bomb bay, which is one of the first bomb bays I've ever built. It's got reverse thrust. It's got a, right now, experimental back cannon, so it's still connected to the actual plane's, like, actual plane, the pilot's controls. G is landing gear up. Put the bomb bay down. Drop on. Boom! Okay, I was way too low. But, yeah, landing gear goes up into the engines, which is pretty cool, I thought. So, I can hopefully actually get it to fly, so I can actually do a little demonstration. So, the landing gear goes up a little bit. You can press 1, pull up this time a bit. You can drop the bombs, close the bomb bag. I do need to change the timing, so they drop it good times, but other than that, it should be fine. And then, I've actually not tried landing this because it's very nose heavy. As you can see, it also likes to correct itself a lot. Okay, very bouncy, but oh shoot. Okay, try my first physics, but yeah. I think the last plane might have one more good plane somewhere in here. A lot of nonsense in here, but I think the next thing that I'm most proud of is, if I could find it. Ooh. That could be an issue. I did not save it properly. So, mouse? Okay. I did not save this correctly, so now I'm stuck with this double wing one, which should quite honestly not be too hard to fix, so. Good enough for now. So, it's got a pretty damn good turn time. We got a massive cannon nose, which I'll go and show. So, most of these are not auto lock. All the ones on the wing are auto lock. We'll fire that cannon shot. We'll do that too. And then that massive explosion is the cannon. It's very, very, very powerful. It's extremely deadly if you can get your cannon to auto lock, which takes a while, but if you can lock it, it's extremely good. But yeah, I think that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Sort of the quality of the video isn't as great, so I haven't uploaded in forever, but planning on restarting. Alright, well, bye guys.